Hi everybody. This is just a quick video. I haven't done a video on Twitch for a little while, and this is a production video of the song Thotiana, which is in the top 10 of the billboards at the moment. Thotiana featuring YG. I can't even remember the artist and that, but I just picked a random song in the top 10 and decided I would like to reverse engineer it, see how it's made, see if I can recreate the drums. So that is the goal for today. Okay, so let's get into it. This is my session in Ableton Live, and I'll show you. I won't play the original straight away because maybe the copyright, whatever, licensing, but I'll show you what I've got, and then I'll do a quick back and forth. So so now I'm just going to do a bit back and forth just to show you.
Blueface. Yeah, hey. Yeah. It's down, Thotiana. I want to see you bust.
So it's there, it's close, it's not perfect. Their one's got a lot of more mid-range and probably just stuff that you can achieve with mixing, EQ, or even in the mastering. Obviously the vocal and there's some other elements I haven't done, but the main gist of it is down. So the song starts off with this piano riff, and there's little Rhodes in there. So I figured, well, they've probably done it on Fruity Loops and used Nexus. So I pulled up Nexus 2, couldn't quite find the piano, but one of the best pianos I've heard recently is Keyscape. So let's show you what the Keyscape piano sounds like. And this is the pop setting. Let's have a look at the notes. So something like that. Okay, so boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so that's that. Is there any additional effects? I've added a reverb and I've EQ'd it a little bit. So let's take off the reverb and the EQ. It's quite dry. With the reverb, with the EQ. And that's just to get like the bass and stuff sitting tight. Okay, so the next element is going to be the Rhodes. So one thing I noticed in the original is that the Rhodes sounds had a lot of tremolo, a lot of stereo left and right. And it was quite smooth sounds. So this is just like a classic Rhodes sound in Keyscape. Love that you can just mash the black keys. Anyway, so with the EQ, again, mostly just taking off the bottom so that when the bass and the kick, I've got plenty of room. So the bass line, I've got Serum up, and an 808 preset. So this one looks like we did a bit more of work on it. Let's see what the notes are. D, G. So it's a 808 with a bit of a click. Very low sub. You probably have to listen to headphones. Turn the pitch up. So the bass, basically, it follows the kick. I'm actually doing this all backwards. I worked out the drums first. I went through my sample library, found some drums, then I did the bass, then I did the keys. But I'm explaining it to you backwards, so don't worry about that. So the bass was that type of stuff, and basically I copied the kick drum from the whole sequence from the drum part here, copied it to the bass, and then just changed the notes up and down to fit the probably the piano, but it could be the Rhodes. So anyway, that's it without the effects. EQ, take off the click. Compressor, although it's a sidechain compressor rather than actual anything over top. That's just to duck it a little bit every time the bass drum, the kick plays, so that the kick is more prominent over the bass, because the bass is massive, and then an R bass at the end, and that just gives it before with it, just gives it the extra clean grunt. Let's solo the bass. Okay, sorry about the clicks. I haven't worked out the sound card thing yet. Okay, so the main thing though, which is how I started reverse engineering this, is with the drums. Now, I made my own drum kit from samples. We've got let's have a look. We'll solo it. Okay, we have a kick. Let's just go into here so we can see it better. So we have a kick, and I've added an R bass, an EQ, and limiter. So without, it's quite a nice kick. The R bass gives it a lot of punch, taking out some of that. What's that? 250 hertz, which is where things can get muddy, and add a limiter just to be boom right in your face. So that's the kick. The hat. So there's no like intricate hi-hat pattern with this song. Basically, the hi-hat plays along with the kick. And I was just trying to copy back and forth, so I just took out a bit of the low end. Not really much done to that. The snare, 808 sort of sounding snare with the clap. I could definitely hear the clap in there as well. Limiter to push it up, and then just a little EQ to give it a bit of spice. We've got a rim. There's a rim in there. Again, I think with all these drums I've added the limiter and the EQ. This one gets a lot more low cut there, because you don't need the rest of it. And then there's a clap, which I probably layered with the snare clap. So let me just try this quickly. Type thing. Okay, so let's just play the drum soloed. So I'm using the actual song here as a reference. So really simple. So with the bass. keys.
Yeah, slow it down, bust it, bust it.
Oh, and there's some strings. I didn't quite finish the strings yet, but let's have a look what I've done. So, strings is Ableton, I guess that is operator. Literally just look for strings, so strings detuned pads. Just a reverb and EQ again. So nothing too fancy, and it goes.
Thotiana. Get up, now break that shit down.
Now, interesting thing about this song, you got the intro pretty standard. The hook is 8 bars, and then it's got another 4-bar second part. So it's the.
I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down.
Pick it up, break that shit down. It's like a second hook, and there's half of the main hook. So, and then for the verse, they've just stripped it down. So, again, it'll be much easier to reverse engineer the verse.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, I'm every woman's fantasy. Blueface, baby.
Just sounds like the drums. So let's just do a bit of drums. The Rhodes.
Blueface, baby. Blueface, baby.
So there's a kick. Okay, so to do this, I could literally just slice it there, and it comes back in there. Turn off the loop. I don't think we need the keys, that bit. So there's like a weird sound effect, transition effect. Let's listen to it quickly.
Blueface, baby.
So it's just a backward vocal, easy to do.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, I'm every woman's fantasy. Blueface, baby. Mama always told me I was gonna break hearts. I guess surf off stupid. Don't be mad at me, mad at me.
And then the keys come back in at 25. So let's just copy one of those in at 25, and I'll mute the reference track. Pick it up. Strings playing, so that's because the strings are here. They're probably just in the chorus, I expect. Let's just paste them in there.
Make that shit clap. She threw it back, so I had to double back on the gang, smacking high off. Bust down, bend that shit over on the
drums cut out there. So we're literally just using it as a guide. Is that a kick before?
Bust down, bend that shit.
Yeah. So another one here.
She threw it back, so I had to.
What was that? Around there. Control and E is the cut, and there's like a weird little effect on the snare. You can do that with pitch modulation or effects plugins, but I'll just leave it blank for now for my version. So that's about it. It's a little bit longer than I expected this video, but I hope you like it. Just, you know, this is a top 10 hit, and it probably took them a couple of hours to produce the beat. If you like it, hit me up. I'm Pimpernel Jones at Hermapuma. Pimpernel Jones on Instagram. Find me on Facebook, Pimpernel Jones. And there you go, people. Have a good Friday evening. I am all up out of this. And till next time, peace.